Okay, I probably won't be able to get this in a short, but if I was Yahweh, here's how I would handle Lucifer when he's, wanting to. Lucifer asked if he could, create. He wanted to be in the same level as God, or at least be able to create. He coveted it a little, It's natural. You always want to, for billions of years, eventually going to want to go to the top too. He probably wanted to make his own universe. God wouldn't allow that, huh? Anyways, you do allow that. You say to Satan, Lucifer, well, obviously, Lucifer, I'm sorry. I know you want to create. I'd like to help you out, but, I would if I could. I mean, you can create, but you can't be on the same level as me because, I'm sorry, but I'm God. I created you. So, I mean, there can only be one source power. So, I give you a lot of power. You can create a lot, but you can't be exactly like me. I wish I could do that, but I mean, we've been together forever. I've created you. You were my first love, my first perfect creation. But yeah, I feel bad. I know you want to, you need to leave the nest. So we'll create a world for you, and you go create your own people, you and your angels. Okay? Is that okay? And if that's not good enough or whatever, if you have a problem with that, I'll just have to do it anyways because you can't be here being irrational, trying to be exactly like me when it's not possible. Okay, Lucifer? So we'll send you here, and if you want to be irrational and start throwing a fit and all that, and you start fighting with all your angels, you'll just have to go there and fight it out. And then eventually, I think you'll come around. You'll see the lack of wisdom in your ways. Because the opposite of truth always works itself out. And you'll come back and you'll be rehabilitated. Okay? Just however long it takes, I'll be here for you. When you're ready, we'll talk. Okay? That's how you do it. That's being a diplomat. You don't irrationally cast them down to this. Then you cast them down to a place where there's a weaker species of people. They're already struggling, or they had a good thing going, and then you cause them to fall. So they end up in the very hell that you created for these angels that you irrationally cast out to begin with, in the wrong place. Because you couldn't handle anybody even wanting to do anything remotely like you. But yeah, Yahweh's a son of a bitch. He's no good. He's not real. Thank God, because I would have a problem with him. I'd be Lucifer 10 times over. I'd be wroth with especially if he tried to cast me out and wouldn't let me do anything, wouldn't even give me my own planet, my own universe to create, and then he cast me out with no possibility of redemption, and just stoked that fire there and bound up half my angels. I'd want to rip his throat out first chance I could too, just like Hamas. They just want to rip. Well, Hamas, I think is the CIA controlled opposition, but the Palestinians, imagine their frustration. Now you're just going to get more terrorists, Israel. So they're justified, just like Lucifer is justified, because they didn't handle it right. Just like Israel don't handle anything right. It's done on purpose because they can't handle any kind of sharing. They come in there and take people's land, expect people to, split it up, and neither one wants to split it up. The one that took my house wouldn't want to share it back with me. And me, as owning the house, I wouldn't want to split it up at all. Yeah, I want Israel to leave if I was Palestinians. Go back to assimilate here and there. You don't do that shit. We're beyond establishing territories. Genocides is not something you do anymore. Anyways, how did I get off on this tangent? Alright, but yeah, that's how I'd handle Lucifer if I was Yahweh. So it's pretty sad if I'm smarter than the Mr. Yahoo, the creator of all things. These are a bunch of dumbass scribes wrote this crazy shit that didn't think things clearly. They didn't think their little scam would be exposed. Didn't realize the vibrations over time increase, and your mind has more depth. You can think better, more wisdom over time. They didn't think, this is the way the culture was back then. They thought slavery was good. They never foreseen their little scam would be exposed. But they're clinging on to this spell that's got over you Christians and your religionists. You know all this stuff is bad, but they still got you thinking it's the word of God, and that keeps that spell strong. You can't see anything. Once that's broken, you realize if you can just snap out of it, that God don't operate like that. God's not in the business of, ruling, being visible, except with everything, everybody, what we see in nature. That's the extent of it. So, yeah, alright, I'm just on a roll today.